Hey Glenn, okay, thanks for getting this in and thanks for submitting it as a multi-page PDF the first time. I really appreciate that. So these look pretty good. I can't see necessarily if you are shooting in reflective or incident mode. Well, I'm sorry, if you're using your meter in reflective or incident mode and then transferring the settings, but I can make some assumptions. Here's my assumptions. Based on the contact sheet, is that you have your two versions right next to each other. So say for instance right here, my money's on incident, and here reflective, and vice versa, here reflective and here incident. I don't know, it's hard to say. And I didn't give real specific instructions about how to label your contact sheets or a write-up so that you would tell me your experience or anything like that for this assignment, because my main concern was that people just got out there with their light meter in one hand and their camera in the other and just tried to get them to work together. That was my main concern. And then my secondary concern was people posting to the classroom properly so that everything runs smoothly. So next week, I'm going to focus a lot more on write-ups, which I already have instructions posted for, and then equipment shots, which means a shot of how you set up your lights and how you are using your meter. Very exactly, really? Exactly how you're using your meter in the scenes that you're shooting. But that's all detailed in the assignment write-ups for next week, so don't worry about it. Right, this week I didn't ask for it. But I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna make some assumptions. Here's my experience with my handheld light meter. When I'm out in the world shooting the landscape, and I point my meter, and I set my meter to reflective, and I point it at any particular subject matter, of course my meter is giving me exposure settings that will yield a medium gray from whatever it is that it's pointed at. And so like here, I'm kind of assuming you've got it pointed at the water, because that water's really looking very medium gray, or maybe the sky. That sky is also looking pretty medium gray. And then in incident mode, assuming that you've got the Lumisphere on and all the way up, I don't remember, I'm sorry, forgive me, I don't remember what meter you're using. If you're using a Sekonic, I think any of the Sekonics, but definitely the 358 or the 5 or 7, I forget what they are now, but the Lumisphere would be on and all the way up. And if you are using the Sekonic and you're not using it like that, that might also explain some of your underexposures and overexposures. But it's not an issue here. Really, I'm pleased to see that you clearly are shooting each subject matter in two different ways based on two different sets of information that you have. So I'm wondering, overall, did you find that the incident or the reflective was more accurate? Tell me about it. Okay, on to your final shots. So first, let me say, these are beautiful, compositionally and color-wise. Then let me say, and I don't know why, every term I forget to put this in the announcements, no post-processing for this class. It's really important for this class that we learn how to use our light meter and our cameras to get the exposures that we want, instead of putting it in there afterwards. Now, and so I know that you saturated these colors, because if water was really that color, and the sky was really that color, one, you would be in a different climate entirely based on what I'm seeing here, or two, we would have a lot to worry about in regard to the algae variety that makes color water like that. But it's just eye candy, it's beautiful. This one, I don't know, maybe you have some post-processing and maybe not, I don't know. I'm really enjoying the glare that you're getting from the sun going directly into the lens like this. I think it adds a lot compositionally. It makes me feel bright and sunny and warm, even though these people are in coats. And then that's, of course, like this color is just too warm. Like this just doesn't happen, even at sunset, so, tell me if I'm wrong and you didn't post-process these, but please don't do that for this class, because we really, really, really want you to focus on using your tools to get your exposure, your like physical tools, and then rely less on post-processing. That being said, post-processing is awesome and sells, so don't leave it behind you forever. Just don't worry about it in this class. What else was I going to say? Oh, also, when you're making your PDFs, please use Adobe Acrobat, and I'll tell you why. This one is, you outputted this one on Lightroom, I'm pretty sure, and this is why that doesn't work, is because when you output a PDF on Lightroom, you're asked to output for a specific monitor size, and then of course the default is whatever monitor you're using. And because I'm an artist, I have two really big monitors right in front of me right now. And they are never the same size as the students. So when I open this up full size on one of my monitors, it's all pixelated because my monitor is so much bigger than yours. And the PDF is kind of just enlarging to full screen, but my full screen is going to be like 4 or 5 pixels for one of your pixels. So to solve that problem, just make your PDF in Adobe Acrobat Pro. And then I may have neglected. I have a link someplace. I'll post it on how to do that. If you've never done it, it's really simple. And I'll make a note right now to post a link about how to do that. Post Acrobat link. Okay, but other than that, great. You got it in on time. You got it in properly. These shots are gorgeous. I can see that you're using your light meter based on the different readings. And so yeah, next week. Just the only thing we're going to really change is you're going to label each image in your contact sheet with its exposure settings. You're going to include shots of the equipment you used and how you used it, and you'll be doing write-ups. And all those instructions are detailed for next week. Oh, and then no post-processing, ever. Oh yeah, because look, I know they're post-processed now because look at that's not very saturated, but in the final it is. Okay, so no, you don't have to answer none. Okay, well thank you very much, Glenn, and I will see you in the next assignment.